Welcome, welcome to my little world. My name is Booker, as most of you probably know, and I would say now, lucky enough to come into possession of a key to test out a game called Sunken. Thank you, G, for managing that, and thank you to a very small band of developers who gave G the opportunity to give me the keys. So, Sunken. I have had a little go at playing this game. Now, I have to come clean. I am not a fan of this type of game. I haven't played this type of game. I think I played a demo of Diablo once in the distant past. So I took the game on with this knowledge, so G knew that I was dubious as to whether I enjoy it. And you know what? I've been properly pleasantly surprised. So let's go through here. I've played a little bit through the game. As this game works is that it's hard as nails, basically, pretty much. It's quite hardcore. You don't think it's going to be, but it is. If you die, essentially, you come back to the beginning of the game, and I'll explain a little bit in a minute. So the developers of this game, amazingly, is two people. Two people. Vladislav, can't even pretend I'm going to pronounce that, and Stefan Jeftic, and I've probably murdered that as well, but and they've got a little list of people who help them out with music and other tech stuff. But these two guys essentially have developed this game all by themselves, and as a man who dabbles, and I do mean dabble just lightly, in game engines and 3D modelling, I know how bloody difficult this stuff is. And for two guys to produce this, got greenlit on Steam, and get a game this well put together, between the two of them, absolute credit where it's due. Well done, you guys. Let's go and have a look. I'm not going to start new because this game's hard enough as it is. Alright, so I have actually been in the game for a few goes, obviously, because I wanted to have a little go before I made my ineptness public to everybody. But essentially, I did die several times, and you pretty much, as far as I'm aware, get put back to the beginning of the game every time you die. Now, that sounds pretty hardcore, and you might be wrong. But what actually happens is okay, now, let me do this. Here's your inventory. Here you go, now out there. Here's my... I'm one of these sad gits who actually has to look at the keyboard to know where I'm pressing my fingers, by the way. Here's your abilities. Looks like there's a fair bit of depth, up to tier 10 abilities, okay. You can have 4 equipped down here at any point. Now, the good thing is, when you start the game, you've got none of these abilities. They're just not there. But the one thing you do keep is your abilities that you earn along the way. So if you picked up abilities, made abilities, you keep them. There is also a whole big crafting system, and you seem to keep your recipes for doing things as well. So there are some things you don't lose. You don't actually keep anything that you gain. So if you've got amazing armor or amazing equipment of some sort, it doesn't seem to want you to keep all that malarkey, but they do let you keep the skills. And the reasoning is that even though you go back to the beginning, you'll be able to get through easier because you've got better skills and you can make better recipes. I don't understand enough about the game to know how that'll work just yet, but you know, I I got up to about a level 3, I think. Level three on here, and died a terrible, horrific death. And so here I am. So I'm about to start all over again. Now, to get through here, I need to use one of our nice ability we've got here. Why didn't that just work this in? Typical. Is it going to work? Are you going to work? Come on. Oh, I've got it. I am a total dork, obviously. Equip those bits that I've just gained. Now, so it's basically point and click and you move wherever you're going to move to. There's no actual aiming, so if you when I come across an enemy, you will find that, and there's some storyline that goes on those sort of scripts here, but I'm not going to delve too much into it. So here we are at the first part here. So our monsters are fairly basic at this point. As you see, if I click on the character, I start striking him. So here at the moment, fairly easy cooldown. Again, you can see mana dropping there, and then it slowly recharges. When I take some hits, as I surely will in a minute, you will see that life also goes down. I've also got this one here, and that stuns everything. Get some good hits in. Oh, that's doing interesting. Okay. There we are. As you can see, I was taking lots of hits, but your life does recharge back slowly, but if you need to, you've got your life here. And these are set to Q and W keys. Now, I'm also, as you probably mostly know, pretty much a console gamer. I do dabble in PC from time to time. So that's why I have to look down with my fingers every time pressing the key. Okay, so I mean the is actually deceptively simple, this game. I've gone up a level. Okay, so that was flashing green at me, so that means I've gone up a level. I've got 5 points to spread around. Reading around on the forums that these guys have put together through Steam, there's all sorts of opinions on, where you should add your particular stats. A lot of people are not very happy with how dexterity works, but the developers insist that as you get higher in the levels, and I have to tell you that the levels go up above 100 and over. Sorry, I've just knocked my mic. I was being so demonstrative. 100s, 130s, 140s, the levels just keep going up and up. And you just keep, I don't know how many levels there actually are in the actual game, as in places to be, but the player levels goes up very, very high. And they're insisting that once you get to a certain level, dexterity is super duper. Again, I have to apologise for being probably an ignoramus. I've literally very little idea of what I'm doing, other than I'm going to attack these Yes, attack these guys as they come for me, and try not to die too much. Oh my lord! continue. And here we are. Now, when I switched on tonight and just thought I'd have a little run around just to warm up before doing this video, I was on quite a lot of levels further forwards. Well, say quite a lot. About level 3, I just got to a place where some mermaidy type creatures were attacking me, so it might mean something to somebody who's played the game. And I died, and I've ended up back here. Now, I don't know if you go like huge amount into the game, you die and come back here, but with all the ability goodness that you had when you started. I don't know. I don't know enough about the game about that. But I would imagine that would be massively frustrating. Excuse me. I've had a cold this week, so if my voice sounds funny, it's because it sounds funny. It is funny. So yeah, I thought as I was giving my thoughts about this game, I will show us to what it actually looks like, how it plays. I'm doing a really poor job because I'm not very far along in the game to actually show you, but I was running out of time that I promised people to actually get this done. Real life is a bugger and all that malarkey. But I played this for. I meant to have a quick look at it the other night and played it for hours. I was just really, it just draws you in. And I don't know why I'm playing this. It's doing. Oh, something's dropped at last. There you go. So you pick that up, loose it. So some remains. And there's a whole big crafting system going on. And most of these levels have an anvil somewhere. You can cast stuff there. Okay, I'm dropping stuff. Exciting. Wasn't it doing that before? I've got to finish this one. Yay, more drops. Now, what was going on? Why wasn't that having to stun you lot? Something going on. Right. Yeah, I don't know if I'm playing it. Being a bit of a amateur at this sort of game, is showing this game in its best light, and obviously it's right at the beginning. There are some videos out there of people playing further down the levels, and it gets fairly pyrotechnic, that's for sure. So you're not seeing loads and loads of amazing special effects with the abilities I've got so far, but hey, you don't want to be way too early. I've just gone up a level, so that means, see, look, all these return back to their previous levels. I always fancy having quite a lot of might. So might, obviously, I think is your damage. Your dexterity is your armor, amazingly, and okay, critical chance per click, critical hit chance. So. Your intellect provides, okay, that's mana and magic, so forth, and regeneration of your magic, and your vitality, and that's all about health and health regeneration. So, fairly simple stats, but they can be built into quite complex builds, as I understand that side of things. And, oh, look, what did we pick up before we get to, oh, I've triggered them. We'll have a look at those in a minute. Come on, you know you want it. Go on. These guys can sneak up on you. It's not like a surprise. We'll have some of that. Some of these levels are pretty big as well, actually. I mean, these guys who programmed this really got a lot of respect for such a small team to pull something like this off. Oh, actually, let me make sure I've got no decent equipment, because that's where all these that's where all the big boys were just now. So there is a large amount of crafting going on in this game. And actually, in fact, if I come down here, so there's some of these recipes are like, oh. So it's telling me here I've got enough sulfur to make what was it, enchanted ring recipe, and that would slot in up here if I wanted it. What it would be an enchanted ring for, I don't know. I would need some zombie blood, which I picked up before, but I haven't got. Oh, I have got some zombie blood, whatever that is. Oh, that's zombie blood, the green splodge. There you go. I would need some broken bones and some bronze nuggets, and I could make an enchanted ring. But I can only do that at a room with an anvil in it, and that's a bit further on in this level. There's a lot. Does seem to be a large portion of crafting in this game, without a doubt. So let me just go and see if I can. There was no nice weapons that I picked up there or anything. So now we've got some baddies to try and die to this time. So let's freeze them. Basically use all my mana. Right, so that's good there. It will come back. Let's coming back there. So it's and it's not super slow coming back. So if I remember, just to show you, they don't look nice, do they? Oh my god! I think sometimes you just have to get out of it. Come on. There we are. Yay. Oh, nice. Okay. And there's a nice meaty sound. Oh, there was a bone there. My enchantment. There's a nice meaty sound to the hits that you make. Now he tells me. And that, like, there's no actual aiming, so if you're clicking and you're not clicking directly on the creature, it can send you running off in weird and wonderful directions. And that this is a closed alpha, actually. I think, as far as I can tell, there are weird things. I like you can hold the mouse button down and just walk around like this, but if you do that, you can end up picking up a skill. Okay, so. Clearly something to be hopefully fellas with lots of ooh, that's another level for me. So So what I wanted to show was come here, you horrible man. Stay still. So that frees you up. It's a lot more than my nice little fiery sword one. I think through here is what. I've got no mana left. It's so QW. Yay. Okay. Might have to draw these off at the time. So, excuse me. All right, well, I'll draw my quick little preview review to a close there. Otherwise, you guys will just get bored to death even just listening to me and watching me fail badly. I actually really surprisingly like this game. It took me by surprise. I didn't think I was going to like it at all. For, I think, £6 investment on Steam at the moment, you really can't go wrong if you just like to sit down and do some mindless isometric view dungeon crawling like this is. I got a feeling it gets really deep and interesting, later on. Yeah, and I recommend people to go and have a look. And for two guys to pull a game like this off by themselves, just kudos. Well done, guys. And I look forward to playing it some more. And one day when I'm a bit more set up and I have a bit better idea of what I'm doing, because I'm doing it like this for the first time and trying things out, then I'll have a more concise and professionally put together review, probably. But for now, I hope that has given you some insight into what I think is an interesting and well-priced game for how much fun you'll get out of it. And go and have a look if you feel like it. Until next time, thank you very much, and I will see you.